Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this really peachy makeup look. I've always loved peach shadows, blushes, peached undertone nudes, but this is taking the peach to the next level. We're kicking it up a notch right here. I have this ColourPop eyeshadow. This is really what inspired, I guess, this whole look was this eyeshadow from ColourPop. Wait for it. It's not even from their Nectar collection. It's just one of their singles pressed shadows. Anyway, so I really love this makeup look. I feel like it's a lot of fun. It's colorful, but not like, you know, purple or like green. It's peach, which I love. It's great. It's fabulous. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this makeup tutorial for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the Benefit Air Patrol eyeshadow primer. All right, and now we're gonna start the eyeshadow. If you can see, it's like right there. It's like a little dot. I don't know what happened on Saturday, but I was just, you know, minding my own business wearing makeup. And it's when I went to a bridal shower up in Northern California. And for some reason, I think it's when I pulled my eyelash off. I'm not sure what happened, but like part of my skin came off. It hurt really bad. I didn't wear eye makeup for like 3 or 4 days, but it's still, there's a little something there. In case you're wondering what it is, that's what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of shadow, set the crease a little bit with some Tarte shadow in the shade Passion. And for this look, I did a little bit of a different shape. I actually took it like straight up towards my brow. And the reason I did it for this look and I don't do it for other ones is because the tones are a lot lighter. And if I was doing like really dark brown or like a darker shadow right here, it would look kind of like, I just think of a dragon for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, and now we're gonna start the Peach Panther part of the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna be using ColourPop. This is one of their pressed shadows called Wait For It. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this color and I'm just gonna kind of outline the shape that I'm gonna be doing. And this is a Zoeva 228 crease brush, one of my favorite blending brushes. All right, so now I'm gonna add next shade in the crease, and this is Bitten from Makeup Geek. This is what it looks like in the pan, but when you actually apply it to the eye, it goes on like a lot more pinky almost. There might be one darker color, but this is gonna be like the most deep shade that really stands out in this look. And I'm gonna apply it using a Smith 230. All right, so we've got like, you know, we've got the little wingy shape going on. This almost looks cranberry, but it won't by the time we're done, okay? Next shade I'm gonna go in with is Save It For Later, and this is a ColourPop shadow, but this is what it looks like. Pretty. That's just a finger swatch right there. I feel like it looks pretty good. These apply best, well, I feel like all shimmer shadows really apply best with the finger as opposed to using a brush. I pretty much do that for all shimmer or foiled shadows. I like to apply it. So I'm gonna apply it pretty much this whole part of the lid and then we'll buff it into like the outer V part. I think I forgot to do this last time too, where I didn't put anything like on the inner corner. Let me get Blur from Melt Cosmetics. I feel like it's right here. Is it right here? It was right here. All right, so I'm gonna take some Blur and just kind of pop it on this inner corner and kind of blend everything together. Kind of buff it into the brow bone a little bit because Blur does have like that peachy undertone. So now I'm just gonna take that same brush that I used Bitten with and I'm gonna blend it into the gold that I packed on the lid. And to do that, I'm just gonna kind of go like this. I'm gonna do one of these and it's kind of just lightly blending the gold and the Bitten together into one seamless happy family. All right, now to brighten up the inner corner, I'm gonna take Let Me Explain. This is also from ColourPop. This is more of like a white gold. Very bright shadow. And I'm gonna use a pencil brush. This is a Sigma E30 and I'm gonna add it onto the inner corner like so. All right, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of black liner and just do a black line, you know, to cover my lash band when I put lashes on. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Just curl them boys. It's mascara time. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. All right, so now I'm gonna put my bees on and here we go. All right, lashes are on. Top lash line is pretty much done. I might deepen up the outer corner a little bit, but I'm gonna wait until the lower lash line is done, you know, so I can make sure the shape is right. But we're gonna move on to foundation, and today I'm gonna be trying out the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. This is the shade 8, which is golden neutral. It's described as a medium fair color golden undertone. I don't want it to like dry too fast, so I'm gonna just do like one cheek at a time, if that's cool with you. Color's pretty good. I thought it might be a little bit too golden. You know the routine. I was a little nervous to try fuller coverage just because, you know, when you have a fuller coverage foundation, the undertone stands out a lot more. But it's looking pretty good. Let's keep it pushing here. The two stripers seem to cover enough. I really enjoy watching people put foundation on with a brush. Like, I would like to be one of those people. It seems so dry. Like, when I think about using a brush on my foundation, like, I can't imagine not using a wet utensil. Boom, boom. Let me get around these brows. Have I talked about my new brow technique yet?
Not really.
I haven't on YouTube. I know I've talked about it on Snapchat, but Desi did my brows for me when we filmed our collab videos together. She did them a lot straighter. I don't know if I could still do a little, I could bring this a little bit lower. Or she took some of the arch out, which I actually really, really liked. I thought it made it look more better. So she did it once, and I like was really inspecting it, looking at it, seeing what she did so that way I could recreate it. And I've been practicing every day, and I feel like I've gotten better and better as the days go on. But that's what's going on with my brows, in case anybody was wondering, like, oh my god, her brows look so much better these days. What's going on? That's what's going on. It looks pretty good. It actually has a much more natural finish than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be, because it's a foundation plus concealer, I was expecting it to be a very matte finish. Just like, that's just what I think when I'm like 2-in-1. I think really full coverage, really matte finish. What if they make like a Shape Tape foundation? Honestly, I can't really imagine using a different under eye concealer or a brightener anymore. It's hard for me. This competition is serious. All right, I'm just gonna use my RCMA today. And this is a Morphe E53 brush. I feel like I could make a video on just my favorite like under eye brushes, basically. So somebody left me an interesting comment like just now about being able to put a fine line of Shape Tape on. So a ton of product does come out on the applicator, but what I literally scrape it before I use it, because a heavy amount of Shape Tape can be a little bit overwhelming on the face, I feel like, or can probably be a little bit too heavy or maybe end up looking a little cakey. So that's why I just do like a little bit, just, you know, just a little scraping basically. And this one I just like to buff out here. Okay, next step is my Sephora Drops, and you know what I realized? The last time I used them, they felt kind of thick, like not as liquidy as they did before, and I just realized I have two different ones open. Maybe it's the old one. Yeah, they both seem kind of liquidy. Maybe I'm just fucking crazy right now. I've also mixed some of this with my foundation a couple times, which is like my Pro Glow, which is already glowy enough as it is, but you know, I go there sometimes. I like to push the limits. You know, I don't have boundaries. I'm just kidding. I do. Let's take some of this and we're gonna do some highlighting on the cheekbone because it looks so good. This is a different beauty blender than I was just using for my face, but I mean, you know, I feel like it just makes you look wet. All right, and now for blush, I'm gonna use the Laura Geller. This is the Blush and Brighten in the shade Sunswept. Isn't it pretty? It's like a marbled, it's a baked blush, marbled, it's like pink and bronze. When I put my brush in it, it's like so much product comes out, it's almost terrifying, but it looks really pretty on. You just have to be like careful when you apply it. Bronzer, same bronzer as always. Snooze Fest, so boring. NARS Laguna Bronzer. I feel like everybody really wants to know about this brush. When I posted on when I did an Instagram video, people were like, what brush is that? This one is from Japanesque. I'm like 99% sure. I might have gotten it mixed up actually. I'm pretty sure this one's from Japanesque. Fluffy dome, really good for bronzer. All right, so I didn't set my foundation with powder. I used to always set my foundation with powder. I don't know if you guys remember if you've been with me for that long, but I used to always set my face, the whole thing, with like a MAC pressed powder. I don't know why I stopped, but I just stopped. And my makeup didn't move around. It didn't slip around like I had a fear that it would. The only place that I notice is my cheeks, like for blush, and then also like liquid highlighter, like what I just did. So if you go to put like a blush powder on top of your cheek and you have a liquid foundation and a cream or liquid highlighter, sometimes it can stick a little bit more to that area, like right in here. I put mine a little bit lower today, so it didn't really get in like the liquid highlighter area. You could basically just like go like that with a little bit of powder, or if you have any excess on your brush, and that'll really help to prevent and kind of like smooth out the area before you put another powder on top of it, so that way nothing sticks or looks patchy. Similarly, in this area right here, where I like to do the contour, I can have a similar effect. So now I'm gonna grab my NYX, this is a NYX eyeshadow brush, just like a blending brush, my NYX contour kit, and do a little contouring of my nose. All right, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of my Manna Kadar C2 powder, and this is a NYX brush, number 26. Oh, it has a number on it. Does the other one have a number on it? A little bit of brightening right here. I feel like I brought my contour up a little too far. And then I'm gonna use that Morphe brush I used to set under my eyes, and I'm just gonna do like a pat, tap off excess, and then brighten up the under eye. So some people comment how I put so many different powders under my eyes and how does it not look like really, really thick or cakey. One, I don't really like bake, so I don't apply a ton of product at a time. Like I don't fully saturate my beauty blender and stick it under there because that makes me look really cakey. Like that technique just doesn't work on me. So I don't do that. I use like a fluffy brush so it doesn't apply it too heavily. I don't use a lot of product. And then also, like when I'm applying this, I'm not putting it directly on my under eye. I'm really putting it more like right here, kind of like on my cheek area. You know what I'm saying? Take a little Mary Lou and get in on this Cupid's bow. Looks like little horns. Too far, too far.
Danger.
Fall back, fall back. All right, let's do this lower lash line. All right, so first I'm gonna take the Peach Party. I'm gonna straight up take a MAC 217 for my lower lash line. That's right. Definitely get in your eye. Falling back on the 217. Falling back. All right, next I'm gonna take a little bit of Bitten and layer it on top. All right, and then I am gonna take a little bit of dark brown. This is rich brown eyeshadow with a MAC 212. I'm gonna smudge it to the lower lash line because I wanna add a dark color in the waterline. For the waterline, I'm gonna use this LA Girl pencil. This is dark brown, Gel Glide pencil. Let's bring this peach down a little bit more. I'm just gonna come in with that peach color and you know. All right, and then some mascara. We'll do Maybelline Big Shot. To finish off this look, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick. I've been using these a lot lately and in colors that I didn't like last year. Shades that I never thought I would touch, never thought I would wear, I'm now wearing. I just wore Child Star 2 days in a row actually, which is weird. It's like a light pinky color. Feeling Myself, which is a color I would never wear, but it looks so cool with this look. All right, I'm gonna line my lips. It really helps with like my top Cupid's bow shape when I line. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip 18C. All right, and then last step, liquid lipstick. Feeling myself. All right, so that wraps up my Peach Panther makeup tutorial. Should I call it the Peach Panther? Makeup tutorial, lots of peach tones coming out today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching. You feeling it right now? You like it a lot? I just broke the lid. All right, now to brighten up the... Ah! Get this fucking fly out of here. Zoe, you're canceled.
Zoe, get the fuck out of here. Time to go.
Stop. You have a fucking bone right there. Eat your bone. Can you never tell me what to do again? Let's get inside my face and see. Come inside my face.